Hello and welcome to Simlify. My name is Amy and today we are building a starter home in The Sims 4. That means that we cannot spend any more than 20,000 simoleons, which, you know what, is harder than it looks. Actually, I don't know. It might look very hard. We'll see. So I'm very excited to be doing some more videos this year. The channel started last year. It was a very slow start and then it stopped because life kind of got in the way. But I am determined to make this year, 2019, the year of Simlify. So today we are doing this little home here. It's in the kind of desert world of The Sims 4. What is that called? I've completely forgotten. I've completely blanked. But I had this sim that I was playing with that I really wanted to have kind of a small starter home for. I often use a lot of cheats in my gameplay, and for this sim I really didn't want to use any cheats, so I wanted to have a home that she could actually afford and one that was a bit more realistic, so that I could kind of build her up through the Get Famous pack, which I am loving, by the way. Let me know in the comments below if you have the Get Famous pack and what you think of it, because so far it has been my absolute favourite pack by far. So I wanted this to be a home that my sim could start in. I also wanted it to be a base game starter home so that when I share it on the gallery, anyone would be able to use it. And I think that it's really difficult sometimes when you look on the gallery and there are so many amazing builds. Not that this is going to be a particularly amazing build because, you know, it's just a starter home, but there are so many brilliant builds that you really want to use in your game, but they use so many different game packs and expansion packs and stuff packs that you don't have yet, and so you can't use them in the way that you really want to. And it is hard because not everyone has the money to be buying expansion packs all the time. I mean, they are quite expensive. Personally, I wait until they're on sale so that I can buy them. So I'm very fortunate to have most of them now, but I really wanted to make something that everybody could enjoy with any of their sims, even if you just have the base game, which, let's be honest, is fun enough to play on its own anyway. So my main thing with this house, my main issue that I had, was that I made it way too big at the beginning. I think the bedroom ends up moving a little bit and we just lose the garden completely because who has the money for a garden in a starter home, really? I suppose I could have made the home a lot smaller and a lot more kind of open plan, maybe more of like a studio apartment home kind of deal, and then had more of a garden. So maybe next time. Let me know if you want to see another base game starter home on the channel. So at the moment I'm just making the kitchen. As you can see, it's open plan with the living area. I quite like having the little bar area there with the 2 stools. There's only one sim living in my home, in this home at the moment, and there wasn't really a lot of room for a dining table, and I just thought that actually there's only one sim, so she wouldn't really need a whole dining table unless at some point she wants to entertain guests, which at that point hopefully she will have earned some simoleons. She will be making bank and we can have a nice kind of outdoor dining area, which would be really nice. So I'm just now realizing that the house is a little bit too big, so I start kind of taking the kitchen in. Eventually the entire bedroom moves, as I said. I think originally I wanted to have this little nook for the bins, and yeah, I just decided that that was silly to use up all that space and all those simoleons just for a couple of trash cans, so they do move eventually. Just got some very basic windows. What I really wanted was for this house to be kind of, I wanted it to look fairly basic because it is a starter home and the sim wouldn't be able to afford a lot. I really do like the kind of detail with the cacti out the front. I liked that just to make it look a little bit different, just something a little bit special for the sim to enjoy with their very basic home, which I'm just moving now because I've made everything a little bit smaller, and I kind of wanted it to just be sort of white and brown to you know, kind of go with the desert vibe to kind of blend in with its surroundings, which are very nice surroundings, by the way. It's got this kind of little lake / pond / stream behind it. I'm not quite sure how I would feel living in just sand. I'm from the city, so I haven't really ever experienced that, but maybe some of you have. Let me know what it's like, because the only time I ever get to experience sand is if I go on holiday, or if, you know, I'm near a sand pit or something like that. So yeah, I'm just making the kitchen area a little bit smaller because there was just so much space, didn't really need it. And then, yeah, bye-bye fence. No more garden anymore. So the interior, again, is quite sort of browns, whites and creams, very basic, because I wanted it to be something that if you download it from the gallery, your sim can maybe kind of spruce it up a little bit. It can just be very basic, like they've just moved in as it is, and then eventually they start changing things, or they might just paint a wall a different colour, change the colour of a rug, you know, kind of put a different rug in, put a few plants in, and just make it their own, but it will start off kind of very basic. I do like putting plants in my builds. I think really I would have liked to have lots more plants in the build, and on the channel you'll notice that any other builds that I've done that have a lot more space and a lot more money, when money isn't an option, lots of plants go in, because I really love the plants in The Sims 4. I think we get quite a good range. I think they always kind of spruce up the room a little bit, and also we get a lot of nice colourways with the plants as well. You can have different coloured pots, and then we've got some flowers which have different colours, which if you have expansion packs you obviously get a lot more plants to play with. And there are a few stuff packs that I don't have yet that I know will have lots of nice plants in them, so I'm looking forward to eventually obtaining those. And then the bedroom, obviously I didn't know if people would be downloading this for a female or a male sim. I had my female sim in mind, but I did want to keep everything fairly neutral, so the bedroom is yellow and white. It's kind of like a yellowy orange colour. And then I'm quite a fan of not having really exact paving, and just having kind of this rocky texture, as if Sims, every time they walk to the door, kick away the sand a little bit so that it just reveals the kind of rockiness underneath. I think here I kept trying to colour the roof and realised I didn't have enough simoleons left, so I think a painting went. And yes, there we go. That is the build. So these are the screenshots. You can obviously download this from the gallery. Just search Simlify videos. The link will be in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will speak to you soon.